put this shit together, you know what I mean? Punch on the real, make the beat, you know what I mean? I got this man on the saxophone.
Alright guys, welcome back to Behind the Curtain, episode 1, part 3. Now this part 3 is going to be not pretty long. I mean, there's not really that many big news that we already gone over all the big news this weekend. Shane McMahon, Undertaker's supposed to appear on Raw. We already touched about who Braun Strowman's partner is going to be. But today in this episode, we're going to be talking about Bray Wyatt, him not having a match right now. And also we're going to talk about the greatest Royal Rumble, the match card, and also the ticket sales. And also we're going to touch on the WrestleMania week, which WWE has every week when it's leading up to WrestleMania, what's going to happen this week. But just to start out the podcast, I had a little open monologue we have to have. WrestleMania is next week. So this time next week, we're all going to be ready for WrestleMania. So I was just going down this match card just to look at, these are some intriguing stuff that's on here this year. We have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. As much as we despise Roman Reigns on here, will it lead up to the match that they had at WrestleMania 31? The match at WrestleMania 31 was pretty good. I hope they had a stipulation to the match. They should maybe make it a street fight or no holds bar or something. And this potential being Brock Lesnar's last wrestling match for now, because his contract does expire at SummerSlam. I know some people are saying, why does his contract expire at SummerSlam? Because when he did a UFC deal, the whole training and fighting UFC, it froze his WWE contract. So he has to still meet those days that he missed. So that's why Brock Lesnar is still available until SummerSlam. His contract does run out at SummerSlam. So intriguing stuff there. Will AJ versus Nakamura, will it live up to the build that we're all saying it's going to lead up to? Hopefully it does. That's the one thing about Nakamura AJ. The whole Ronda Rousey angle, Stephanie Triple H. How will Ronda Rousey fare at WrestleMania with performing in front of 80,000 possible fans? How will she fare? Charlotte versus Asuka. Will it live up to the build that we all saying? These are the two best women in the company. These are the two best wrestlers. How will they fare? Nia versus, we don't care about Nia versus her. We don't care. Pre-show. On to The Miz versus Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. Now, dating back last year on Raw, when Raw was dreadful to get through and dreadful to watch, The Miz, Finn Balor, and Seth Rollins purposely put on the best match all last year on Monday Night Raw. How will they fare at WrestleMania? Now that Miz's wife is giving birth, Miz can be scot-free. He can focus on just having the match. Hopefully it'll be a great match. Orton versus Rude versus Mahal versus Rusev. It's going to be in the pre-show. I've came to my senses saying Randy Orton will be possibly on the pre-show. That is just amazing to me that Randy Orton will possibly be on the pre-show of WrestleMania. The worst Randy Orton has been is he has opened WrestleMania. But I'm just thinking that they have to put 3 matches on the pre-show. It's just will you put the Cruiserweight Championship on the pre-show? As much as Triple H has done to bring prestige back to the Cruiserweight division since he's taken over, would you disrespect Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali by putting them on the pre-show? Because it's got to be 3 matches. The 2 Battle Royals, one Battle Royal we can think will be on the pre-show. We'll see, man. I'll give you my predictions of the match card order, what I would do on Wednesday, but we'll see what happens there. U.S. title match, I really did not care. Looking forward to it, but you add Rusev to it. Hopefully Rusev wins it. That's the one thing, outcome that we all want to see. Now, we've already touched the Cruiserweights. It's going to be a good match. Women's Battle Royal, it's all about Sasha versus Bayley. Andre Demora Battle Royal, will Elias win it? Or will Matt Hardy win it? Who really cares, right? The reason why I was breaking down this card, it comes to me about the Bray Wyatt situation and the Braun Strowman situation. My thinking was this. We already touched possibly Kane. We've touched possibly Dean Ambrose. We've touched possibly Rey Mysterio. We've touched Samoa Joe. The one name I did not bring up on Friday was Bray Wyatt. What are they going to do with Bray Wyatt? Is Bray Wyatt going to be in the Battle Royal? Just breaking down this article here for you guys real quick. Dating back last year, Bray Wyatt was a WWE champion going up against Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Braun Strowman they were not on WrestleMania last year. You full circle a whole year. It's complete opposite. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are going to be on WrestleMania. They're going to be facing the Usos in the New Day. Possibly a ladder match, possibly a TLC match. Braun Strowman is possibly going to be on the main card against Cesaro and Sheamus with a mystery tag team partner. Bray Wyatt has no match. He's not even advertised for the Battle Royal. My mindset thinking about this was, again, my ideal partner for Braun Strowman is Samoa Joe. That's who I think would be best partner for him, but reports are that Samoa Joe's going to be feuding with Roman Reigns coming out of WrestleMania, which is be the first person to get the feasting of Roman Reigns will be Samoa Joe, which I don't like that idea whatsoever. I think, honestly, right now, the tag team division on Raw, let's be honest here, when Braun Strowman won the Battle Royal, that's something that we usually would rant on and say, he just buried all the other tag teams, but they were doing nothing other tag teams on Raw. So my mindset would say, you know what, let Braun Strowman win the tag team titles with a partner. I mean, who does not see Braun Strowman destroy people, and him destroying the people in the ring for the Battle Royal and winning it? I had no problem with it. My ideal partner would be Samoa Joe. That's just my opinion. I mean, him and Samoa Joe teaming up, running rep shot through all of the tag team division, possibly having a split at SummerSlam or the Royal Rumble would be ideal. Braun Strowman wins it, they feud, or if you want to, have them dominate every single tag team all the way until SummerSlam. And then you bring up the Authors of Pain. The Authors of Pain against Braun Strowman and Samoa Joe in like a freaking street fight or something. That'd be amazing. But the article breaking down for Bray Wyatt saying, it seems like Wyatt will participate in the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal, considering that the match for the wrestlers who have nothing else to do on the card, but it's been quite possibly the turn of fortunes, like I said before, him defending the title last year at WrestleMania to possibly now being in the Battle Royal. That's a year, man. That is a year. Right now, who I think WWE's probably going to make Braun Strowman's partner be, is just something that's in my mind. It's been the old Giant teaming with the new Giant. I mean, Big Show having one more run before he retires. And now we know Mark Henry's going to be in the Hall of Fame this year. Possibly the Big Show next year in the Hall of Fame. But then again, we already seen Braun Strowman fight the Big Show all of last year. I mean, it's just like, really, man. Find somebody else for Braun Strowman. I have a weird feeling it's going to be the Big Show or Kane will be his partner at WrestleMania. That's just my feeling. So, I think it's going to be the Big Show will be his partner. I don't know why, but it's just what's in my mind. I'm expecting to hear the Big Show's theme music come on next year for WrestleMania. It's going to be the Big Show. That's just my little spoiler here. But if it's not the Big Show for Samoa Joe, I'll be happy. If it's either on two people, I'll be like, okay, that's fine. If it's Dean Ambrose, it is what it is. He'll turn heel later on down the year when they lose the belts. Or Rey Mysterio, I don't think it's Rey Mysterio because I don't think he's going to make it. He's still injured. So I'm going with either Dean Ambrose or the Big Show. I don't think it'll be Kane. I think Kane's done right now. So it'll be the Big Show or Dean Ambrose. So let's move on to the next topic here. We have two more topics. Let's go ahead and do the WWE week for WrestleMania. What they have advertised this week. Yeah, WWE WrestleMania week is upon us. So Monday, you have Raw, of course. The last go-home show for Monday Night Raw. Reports are Undertaker will be there and he'll accept John Cena's challenge. We know we're going to have Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins and then a Ronda Rousey face-off with Stephanie McMahon. We know that's going to happen. Like I said, Undertaker supposed to accept John Cena's challenge. He's supposed to be there physically on Monday Night Raw. And Ronda Rousey will face off with Stephanie McMahon again. And also, what else do we have? I think, Brock and Roman would be there one more time. Brock would probably get beat down again by Roman Reigns. Again. So, SmackDown. This week, know that Nakamura and AJ were going to have a face-to-face. What else on SmackDown? We're also supposed to get an announcement of what the tag team title match was going to be. Is it going to be a regular ladder match? Or is it going to be a TLC match? And then also Charlotte and Asuka face-off, too. I don't know why they don't have... Why is NXT not on this week on Wednesday? That was something I would have advertised. Okay, it's a go-home show for NXT also, too. It's not like NXT is not going to have nothing going on the weekend. Might possibly have the best show of the whole weekend, Wednesday on Saturday, NXT. Why didn't they advertise NXT? That's crazy. I would have done that. It's a go-home show for NXT also, too. Thursday at 8 p.m., WrestleMania Greatest Moments. Give fans a look back at the legendary moments in history of the Showcase of the Immortals. It's pretty cool. Okay, Saturday is going to be the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. So it'll be a 1-hour pre-show on the USA Network. And then it's going to air at 10 o'clock on the USA Network, if you missed it. But it's not... That makes no sense. WWE Hall of Fame ceremony, induction ceremony is a 1 hour show. Oh, 1 hour special. Okay, my bad. So the Hall of Fame is going to be on. Hold on, is NXT? NXT is on Saturday. Okay, so this is what they're going to do. They're going to air the Hall of Fame on Friday on the W Network, and then Saturday they'll have the 1 hour recap on Saturday on the USA Network. That's pretty cool. So Sunday, the big day, WrestleMania. 6 o'clock, you'll be able to watch the pre-show. It'll be a 1 hour pre-show on the USA Network at 6 o'clock. So you'll get to see probably the Battle Royal match, the men's Battle Royal, possibly see the Cruiserweight Championship match. They have to do one more match. I don't think they're going to have both tag team titles on the main show. If they do, that'll be the first time since, WrestleMania? I'm trying to think, WrestleMania 21 or 20? Where they had both tag team titles be defended? WrestleMania 20 they did not have it. Batista were the tag team champions, but they didn't defend them. They were facing The Rock and Mick Foley. Okay, whatever. Sunday. It's going to be cool. I'm interested to see this Thursday. I'm interested to see Thursday, the greatest moments. The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels is the only thing. That to me is still the best match ever. Never none be defined past that match. Alright guys, we got one more topic here to discuss, and then that's pretty much it. Because again, there's nothing of really big that we have not talked about, that we already talked about. Okay, this greatest Royal Rumble that's going to take place in freaking Saudi Arabia. Now, we know that the women will not be there in Saudi Arabia due to the Saudi Arabia, whatever rules they have about women not competing in their country, whatever. That's what that's happening. So we'll not be seeing no women. So, W announced that the on-sale date for tickets have been moved from Friday to April 13, 2018. Okay, it will take place April 27 in Saudi Arabia. Now, it will be live on the W Network, which is finally something that we get exclusively. We should have got the Starrcade pay-per-view, but we did not get that. So, again, I've been subscribed to the network since it first launched. Stuff like this, we should be able to see. Like the Starrcade thing, we should be able to see that. So it's great that we're able to see the greatest Royal Rumble. Even though I would like to see some women's matches, but we're not going to get that. So, here's the card right now. Triple H versus John Cena. It's just there to boost ticket sales, in my opinion. I mean, I would pair Triple H against somebody else. I would pair Cena against somebody else. So, Triple H is going to fight John Cena. Obviously, they're going to be in the Royal Rumble match. So, it's going to be the 50-man Royal Rumble match also going to be on the card. Now, these little two midpoints here are like, did they already spoil the rumor for WrestleMania tag team match? Sheamus and Cesaro are going to face the Hardy Boys for the Raw tag team titles. Now, this is literally, 3 weeks after WrestleMania. So you're telling me, A, Sheamus and Cesaro are going to keep the belts at WrestleMania. B, Braun Strowman and his partner are going to lose the belts after WrestleMania already. That's what you're telling me. So, us looking for a partner for Braun Strowman is going to be pretty much meaningless. And whoever the partner is going to be for Braun Strowman, they're going to go into a feud. That's why I said Dean Ambrose or Samoa Joe make the best idea. But looking at this card right here, Samoa Joe's not going to be Braun Strowman's partner because he's going to be in the IC title match, which we'll get to in a second. So that's meaning to me that it's going to be Dean Ambrose. It'll probably be Braun Strowman's partner if he's ready to go, and they're possibly going to lose their match. Maybe that's how Dean Ambrose turns heel. He faces Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman will face Dean Ambrose for a couple pay-per-views, and then Braun Strowman might beat Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Possibly. But then the last match that's announced will be The Miz versus Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe in a ladder match for the IC title. So at least they didn't spoil this, but we know either The Miz, Finn Balor, or Seth Rollins will be the champion going to this match in a couple weeks. So card looks okay. Again, it's exclusive that we're finally going to get on the network that we paid $9 for. We should be able to see this, but they have not released the time it's going to start, because in Saudi Arabia it's probably going to be like this might be like a 4 or 5 o'clock special on the network. So the card looks okay. Again, let me just see if I'm looking back here in my notes. Is there anything else that we can talk about before we close it out here? Is there anything else that's broken that we have? Let's just go over this real quick. There's an article I just found real quick. Let's go over this one. WWE has released the top 10 greatest WrestleMania endings. So let's just see what their countdown was real quick before we go away. The Rock passes the torch to John Cena from WrestleMania 29. I didn't care for that, but it was alright. Bret Hart is hosted up after winning the WWE Championship. It was a good moment. Mike Tyson knocks out Shawn Michaels. Yeah, great moment. Stone Cold turns heel. You can see how this is so low in the list because the fans, even then, when he did turn heel, they weren't even booing him. The boyhood dream comes true. Shawn Michaels winning the title at WrestleMania. Thank you, Taker, number 5. Hulk Hogan slams Andre the Giant, number 4. Undertaker retires Shawn Michaels, number 3. Seth Rollins cashes in the Money in the Bank contract at number 2. And number 1, Daniel Bryan winning the title at WrestleMania and the Yes Moment chance. Where's Undertaker and Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25? That's a moment right there, people. But anyways, I mean, you can see this list is very skewed. No offense. Daniel Bryan number 1 over let's see, all the WrestleMania moments. Daniel Bryan's number 1. That's kind of crazy. I would put Seth Rollins at number 1. No offense, because him coming down and cashing in, that's pretty cool. But that's all right. The great top 10 moment. So that's pretty much it, guys. There's nothing else out here news-wise. So don't forget, Wednesday, 10 o'clock, live WrestleMania preview predictions right here on the channel. I'll be going live with you guys, breaking down the match card, also putting the match card in the order how I would start everything, and the time link for each match. That way, you guys know my opinion, how I would break down the card. And then anything else, I mean, yeah, Saturday we're going to go live for UFC 223. We'll be going live when I get back home. So I'll start it when I get back home. That way I'll be able to watch NXT New Orleans. And then when the show starts for UFC, we'll flip back over that. And I'll still commentate on NXT New Orleans, whatever goes on. And then next Sunday, of course, WrestleMania. Be going live at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. So hopefully you guys have all your snacks. You have all your hydration. Have all your stay awake medicine, because it's going to be a long show. Again, the article I broke down for you guys yesterday was about Vince says this show will go long as it needs to go. So if it's 12:30 or if it's 1 o'clock, it'll be as long as Vince McMahon needs to make it. So catch you guys on Wednesday, but the next time I go live for WrestleMania preview and predictions right here on the channel. Catch you guys on Wednesday.
Yeah. DJ Darrell. Yeah. The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean?